You talk about not seeing like yourself or being reflected in pieces. Are there any artists that did influence you, that were your influences?
Yes, so Alberto Giacometti for sure. Love Simone Leigh, love her work. Recently, I've been falling more in love with my artwork. Right now, it's kind of taking a different direction just a little bit. Right now, I really am in love with Louise Bourgeois. She is French sculptor. She passed away either in 2010 or 2019, one of those. I think it was 2010. But she makes like these huge, I don't know if you've seen those metal spiders, those huge metal spiders.
I'm not sure.
Okay, if I show you a picture, you'll be like, okay, I think I've seen that. Amazing. And she's like 5'2". Like, she's badass. Like, she's amazing. She also like does a lot of stone carving. She does like bronze cast. Like, she does a lot of different things. She's amazing. Another person I'm really enjoying right now is David Heiser, or is it Daniel Heiser? David Heiser, and he does land art. So cool. So right now my work is, I'm really interested in transforming spaces and making it different than what you're used to. And bringing people into the world of the actual piece instead of the piece just jumping into whatever world they want to be conformed to. Does that make sense? People have to conform to the pieces now. And I feel like with David Heisner and Louise Bourgeois' work, you gotta like move around in a way. It's so huge. Like, you can't tell the spider to move. You gotta adapt to their environment. And even David Heisner, like, he does like, so my favorite museum is Dia Beacon. And Dia Beacon, he had these like pits, these huge, I think they're like 10 foot by 10 foot pits. And you can't look in them unless you like do like an early tour, then you can look in them, but you can't look in them. They had to build the museum around these pieces that they have. Huge sculptures. Like, I would suggest anybody go to Dia Beacon in Beacon, New York. But there's like a railing next to the pieces, or next to the holes essentially, and you can't look in it. But I love playing with people's emotions, not like in real life. And I'm saying, like, when it comes to art, you don't get the satisfaction of seeing what's down there. And that's also okay. You know what I'm saying? I feel like people get a lot of satisfaction and want what they want. And when they don't get what they want, they throw an attitude. But I'm like, the fact that you're evoking, the piece is evoking an emotion, I love things like that. That makes sense. Like, even James Turrell. I'm not gonna lie, in the beginning, I wasn't really liking James Turrell, only because, this is my ego, I'm saying, I will admit, only because he's an old white man and he can get what he wants. That's why I was like, everybody talking to him, and he was in that Drake thing, like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if you've seen the Hotline Bling video.
Yeah.
James Turrell is the guy who did Lightrooms.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
People don't realize that James Turrell is bigger than Drake. Like, he did Drake a favor. Okay, let me stop. But James Turrell has these like light installations in rooms. Also, let me know if I'm talking too much. But he has like these light installations in rooms, and I see them in pictures, and I'm like, okay, it's just light in a room, whatever. I saw it in person. I understand now. I get it. I went to one of his installations, and you have to like sign up to go in and see it. And you step in, you got to wear like these footies. You step in, and the room, it's literally just a light that changes colors, and it changes the whole color of the room. And it looks a little foggy in there, but it's not. But it's a white room, but it made me feel so much emotion. And I can't really explain it in words. Like, it's something you have to like experience and feel. And I'm like, seeing his installation, that was a pivot point for me to think of my work differently. Where I'm like, I want to evoke this type of emotion. Where it's like, I'm not clear on the emotion, but there's an emotion there. And each color, because it had cycling colors, like it would turn blue to green, then turn red to purple. And it was very subtle and calming, but also eerie and nerve-wracking at the same time. And I'm kind of like, you made me feel this in an empty room. That's crazy. That's crazy. So I suggest anybody to go see a James Turrell installation. Go see it. Just whatever it is, go see it. And I'm like, okay, now I see why people love him so much. And I did another installation next to him. There was a second one next to that installation where it was the opposite. It was a dark room where you had to literally feel the wall to get to a seat. It led you to the seat, but you couldn't see anything. Like, your vision is, you can close your eyes and open your eyes and it's the same thing you're seeing. It's eerie and it's nerve-wracking. But then they were like, it takes about 5 minutes for your eyes to adjust. It's 2% light in the room. It takes like 5 minutes for your eyes to adjust. So don't turn on your phone because it's gonna throw off your eyes. And I saw the light, but my head started making up stuff. Like, is that the light over there? No. Is that the light right there? No. My mind started making things up. And I'm like, the fact that you're literally mind bending people is crazy. That's amazing.